So, what I was thinking of drawing is an idea I've had for a while. And, you know, that looks like a dick. I'm into birding, and I've gone to Costa Rica a few times. God, that just looks like a dick. A really weird dick. So I wanted to draw a freaking Motmot with a Panama hat. I don't know why, it just seemed like it would fit. And I'm gonna get a reference after I do this, because I think I actually took a photo of a Motmot that would be a good one. They look silly when they're on the ground. Head's bigger. Yeah, I got work tomorrow too. What's your time zone? It's like 9:30 right now for me. Gotta get up for work at the crack of 8. It's really rough. Hey, welcome to the channel. You gotta get up at about 6 a.m. Yeah, screw that. I really hate getting up early, but sometimes it's nice. I used to get up at about 4:30 in the morning. Sometimes back when I had a job with variable hours. I got a morning shift. That would require getting up like stupidly early, but it was kind of nice because nobody else was really up yet, so you got sort of the morning to yourself. Just getting another reference here. Let me get the body shape right. Most of the pictures of this thing are in the trees where it should be, but when they're on the ground they look funny. Oh, you got 4 a.m. work? That stinks. Oh, 4 miles each way to work, eh? Well, I don't mean to brag, but I have to bike 7 miles each way to work. I don't do it every day, though, because I'm pretty lazy. I did it almost every day last year, and it kind of sucked, honestly. What kind of a bike do you have? Shitty mountain bike from when you were 15. I had one of those. I think it was a Raleigh. When I was in school in Alston, or I lived in Alston, and I'd bike in to go to class. But in my last semester, second to last semester or something, I moved apartments and had my bike tied outside, and I think the landlord clipped the lock, or called DPW and had them clip it or something. That kind of sucked. I mean, it wasn't like a wicked expensive bike or anything. I got it at a yard sale too, but it was my only bike, and I would have kept using it, although I think I did a broken spoke or two or something from taking curbs all the time. But I didn't have a bike for a while after that. Now I bought a new Specialized daily, hybrid 3-speed internal hub. It's kind of entry level, but it was the only new bike I've ever bought, and it's working pretty well so far. I like the 3-speed shift for city riding. I wish it had disc brakes though, because those look really cool. A buddy of mine at work rides every day, and he has this custom built mountain bike that's got these big beefy tires and big disc brakes on it. Both the pedals are broken. Yeah, that might be a good idea, getting a new bike before you have a mechanical malfunction that results in injury or something. I almost had something go to crap. Oh, hey, we got another person on the stream here. Welcome. So, anyway, yeah, I had a malfunction. My chain slipped off as I was crossing a busy intersection on my bike in Alston. And that was kind of scary, because my pedal just went straight down. I fell and fell onto the seat, torqued the seat around, and had to kind of just kick off, roll it over to the sidewalk so I could fix the chain. I think it was because I hadn't sufficiently tightened the rear wheel after changing it. Took some getting used to. I hadn't worked on bikes then. Oh, thanks for filling them in. Yeah, I'm going to draw a Motmot, because I like Motmots. I think they're really cool. And I just envisioned one wearing a Panama hat, and thought it was very fitting for it, and never got around to drawing it while I was actually in Costa Rica, so I'll draw it now. Alright, welcome to the stream. I'm going to sketch this out first, then I'll go back and ink it, probably, so it's going to be real rough in the beginning. Hope you don't mind. Oh yeah, I was going to put music on too, actually. And because this will go on YouTube, I'm going to have to listen to royalty-free music, so let's listen to the Kevin MacLeod special. However, since I did a lot of animation stuff that needed background music, I am already familiar with trying to find royalty-free stuff for your videos. It's a struggle. That Victoria video that I just recorded the other night, I was listening to, what the heck's his name? Lionel Belasco. He was like an early calypso musician. Oh, thank you. Glad you're enjoying my drawing. I'd say I have a hard time getting stuff super realistic, but hopefully this is one of those nice mixtures of realism and some light cartoon anthropomorphism. yeah, I was listening to Lionel Belasco, and kind of fell into that nice groove. The music's kind of low-key, but a little bit of a beat, so it kept me going without breaking the calm and relaxing sort of mood. So if I can get that, I think that works pretty well. I like listening to metal, like Eurobeat or anything like fast and extreme a lot of times, because I'm falling asleep, especially at work in the afternoon. Kalimba by Mr. Scruff. I'm not familiar with that. I'll have to look them up. Came for free on Windows 7. Well, if I didn't delete it because I like to clean everything up. Does it come with Windows, or is it like a third-party thing? It's like a media player sample. I remember back in like Windows 98, it came with a Beck song or something. One of the sample songs came with every computer running the Windows 7 operating system. I'll have to check. It could have been on here. I've had Windows 7 for, I think, like since maybe 2008, 2009. This guy a little more perspective here. So just go inside this. Oh, sure. Yeah, I can't tell how much that music's coming through. I can't tell how much volume is coming through. So just let me know if you can't hear me or if the music's too loud. Peck. Let me smash. Becky used to let me smash. Now Becky's smashing Ben. Ben's a hoe. Becky thought my tail was big. Becky used to let me smash. Yeah, not all, dude. You're welcome. Ben is a hoe. So what are all yous guys up to on this fine Sunday night besides hanging out watching a stream? Got anything cool going on? Midnight Vultures, huh? I'm trying to remember what the song was that was on like Windows 98. Or it could have been XP, actually. I forget. It was a long time ago. I just remember it was Windows Media Player 7 that that Beck song came on. Well, I would have been on a little bit earlier. Sorry, Chex. I would have been on a little earlier. I had to cut up some vegetables for soup, which I will be very glad for later, because my supper so far has been 2 allagash, and now it's brandy. Oh, thanks. That animation, I can't believe how long ago I did that. You probably saw the retrospective that I just posted on that. That was just a little class animation, and I was really into it at the time, so I thought it was a good choice of topic, but I'm amazed at how popular it was. I know TF2 animations are pretty popular, but nothing else I've made has got like millions of views in over a few years, so it's still pretty crazy to me. If I really wanted to just get views, I could just stick to doing video game stuff. No, I don't play TF2 anymore. I used to play TF2 back in like 2008. I don't play a lot of video games at the moment though, because I've been so busy doing the comic, I just don't have a lot of free time. And I start to feel guilty if I'm not working on stuff during the week, at night, or on the weekend. TF2 Kids? You saw that, but you didn't know it was mine? Ago. Yeah, there's a comment on there. Somebody's like, "Oh, I saw it when I was 13." Wow, people are 13. That's crazy. Look up a reference for Panama because floors are kind of hard to draw. I only have one extra monitor here, so there we go. All set, my lady. You see one of the other sequels to Lemon Smash? All of the whatever they're called, African jumping blackbirds or something. They're all jumping in the field. Go get her, Ron. Oh, shit. Hashtag YOLO swag. I'm coming, Becky. I'm a smash. Yeah, go get her, Ronald. Am I back? Do I still exist? Yeah, I just got a message. I'm using OBS, Open Butt Service. I can't remember. I didn't realize you had to download encoder to stream on YouTube. I done never streamed before. Yeah, when I was in Costa Rica the first time, where were we staying? Outside of Pardo Jimenez. Or not Pardo Jimenez. was outside of, crap, I can't remember the name of the town. Anyway, on the Pacific coast. And, there was a little lodge that we were staying at in a dirt driveway, as they do in most places. And, my first morning there, the first time I've ever been to Costa Rica, wake up and hear the call of a Motmot, blue-crowned Motmot. It's like, whoop, and go outside, and within about 2 seconds of stepping outside, first morning in Costa Rica, I see a pair of blue-crowned Motmots right up close. And the Motmot is a classic sit-and-wait predator, according to bird guides. So it just sits on the branch and waits for insects and stuff close and get good pictures of them. And I did. I got some awesome pictures on my Tristikov birds Tumblr. But anyway, later on, while I was at that same lodge, I saw one of the 2 blue-crowned Motmots fly down into the driveway, and it was taking a dirt bath. Which is funny enough when you see like little sparrows and stuff taking it around here, but a Motmot's this, like, I mean, you can see the reference picture over there, a fairly large tropical bird with a big long tail and these little kind of stubby legs because they just sit and perch most of the time. So when you see it on the ground and then it just like face plants right into the gravel and starts fluttering its wings to dirt bathe, it looks really funny. Ron, just walk up. But no, that is dumb stupid bitch. Yeah, Motmots are pretty much like, look man, I know you're there. Don't even try shit. I saw a JoJo meme that was like, oh my dear sweet JoJo, little did you know that I knew all along that you knew. And then it goes back and forth like, oh, but I knew that you knew that I knew. I'm like, oh, don't be so naive. I knew that you knew that I knew that you knew. Windows. It just made me think of a Motmot. Oh, Predator, don't be so naive. I knew you were there. Well, I knew that you knew. I knew that you knew that I knew that you knew. Motmot definitely does not care that much. And the other funny thing is when I was in Costa Rica, I saw them everywhere. Well, at least the first time. The second time I was on the Atlantic coast, so I was kind of out of their range, but I still managed to see one. 3D print. The last 3D print I did was the Victoria, or another Victoria one. I still haven't got around to cleaning or preparing that other model that I want to print, because Victoria was kind of the easiest model. She was like the least complex geometry and just easiest to prepare for 3D printing, because with the UT3 models I have, the topology is divided into several sections, because in Unreal Tournament you can customize your character and change their different components of their armor and In my case, they're like actually just swap out legs and arms and stuff, but effectively you can change the costumes, so the 3D model is divided up, and that causes all kinds of problems when you go to 3D print, because it has to be one solid, continuous, watertight mesh. So I haven't got around to changing that, but I'd still like to, because the 3D printing is pretty cool. It's just sort of conflicting design paradigms as far as what you want for 3D printing versus what you want for a game that has animation and customizable elements. Yeah, that's what I'm pretty much doing. Speed paints. I have not only thought about it, but I sort of did one. It was more of a speed ink because I'd already done the sketch. But I do want to try making some of those. That's why I have to think of stuff to do that's not the comic, because I don't want to spoil stuff when it isn't even released yet. Maybe later I could show some stuff directly related to that, but that's usually what I'm working on, so I have to think of some stuff to do. Drawing some birds, like regular non-anthropomorphic birds, was, oh, that's right, no problem. Drawing some non-anthropomorphic birds was something that I thought would be good for a speed paint or stream topic. What kind of 3D models do you make? And what software do you like to use? I use 3ds Max because that's what we had in school. So that's what I learned to use, and I still like 3ds Max because it's kind of logically laid out and does everything I need it to, basically. Oh, actual modeling. Scale models, huh? Oh, like, well, yeah. Scale the, like, plastic, or resin kind of stuff. Like, what kind of models do you like? I've done a little bit of physical modeling. I've got some Warhammer stuff, and I used to put together, planes and stuff, but I was always super impatient, and I never bothered to, like, paint them first. Well, at least with the planes and stuff, I wouldn't paint the sprues first and then put it together. I'd always just throw the thing together and it would look like crap. The Warhammer stuff I took a little more time on, but I wasn't super into it. I just collected a bunch of Vostroyans, a Lehman Russ, and a Basilisk, because I just thought it was really cool, and painted some of them. Military models. Always nice. What kind of 40K stuff do you do? 30K? Well, life's going pretty good. I freaking love accordion music, especially this melodramatic Parisian cafe sounding stuff. I'm sort of surprised you can hear that through the microphone, actually. It's like pretty quiet. I think my hearing's just bad from listening to loud music and guns all the time. Unfortunately, Sunday's always a bit of a downer because you realize you gotta go back to work in the morning. But otherwise, I mean, it's pretty easy. And I've been looking into art stuff on YouTube and other ways to sort of expand my online presence, so doing this stream is pretty neat. I like listening to other people's streams, whether they're live or a recorded one, just because it's something to occupy my mind while I'm working on stuff. And it's back! Stop for a unintentional commercial break. Why indeed? I'm actually surprised it can stream. I have like really awful Wi-Fi, so this is impressive. Are you still having a good time? Oh. Later, dude. Have a good night. I'll do another stream at some point, maybe a little earlier one, depending on when people tend to be available. But this is kind of a good learning experience for me since I haven't done one before. Getting up early for work sucks even more than getting up for work, period. Alright, have a good night. Get a good rest. That long for it to reconnect. Yeah, my connection is really bad Wi-Fi. I might be able to tweak settings to make it more reliable. I'll have to look into that later. I just sort of threw this up quick. Thanks for specifying. MLP is definitely a cryptic acronym. I wouldn't know anything about that. A special feature on the Motmot, or on all Motmot species except for the toady Motmot, I believe, are the tail brackets. It has a gap in its tail feathers. This tail's actually short. The tails are even longer than that. Stupidly long. Oh, sorry. Coughed a little too close to the microphone. This is, I'm using a blue snowball, so it's pretty sensitive even though I have it sitting on the desk in front of me. It's not right up to my face. But, close enough, I guess. Just checking Tumblr there. Sorry. Don't want to miss any excitement. Let's put this Motmot pattern on. So of all the wide variety of birds in Costa Rica, and there are a lot of them that we don't even have any similar species in the U.S. The Motmot's probably my favorite. I imprinted on it the moment I saw it. Arasaris are really cool too, though. I like Arasaris. But the Motmot's just like omnipresent and exhibits the kind of not giving a crap personality that I don't care. Is the stream still holding up? If anyone has any experience streaming, feel free to give me tips, because this thing's just not configured in any particular way. I just went with the kind of default settings, and OBS has like a auto-calculate thing for what your setup should be. So I had this mental image in my head for this picture for the longest time, and it's pretty basic, so it's sort of coming along. I don't know, maybe I'll draw another one at some point, make it more dynamic or whatever, but basically just a Motmot with a Panama hat, like waiting for the bus or something, just kind of casually. The bus stops in Costa Rica are funny because the buses go all over the country, and most of the country isn't heavily developed, so the bus stops are like in the middle of nowhere. There'll be this little bus stand and this little windy mountain road, and this humongous bus comes slipping around a road and pretty much takes up a lane and a half, so you gotta be careful going up around these windy mountain roads. And then the bus will just come flying in and halt at the bus stop to let somebody on. Maybe one day I'll travel around on the bus, but usually I have a taxi pre-arranged to go from lodge to lodge, and then I just walk once I get there. Maybe this Motmot is going international, though. Maybe he's like some kind of world-traveling playboy spy Motmot. Or maybe he's a smuggler. Anybody have any suggestions for drawing after I make keep this. This doesn't take too long. Could probably start inking them, actually. But I'm up for suggestions if anyone wants to see anything. Try my hand at it. Or if you have any questions, art or otherwise, feel free to ask them. I just want to be able to talk more, I guess, if you, well, if you like listening to me talk, but I can just draw too. I just don't want to be too quiet and boring if you're here for more than just watching the drawing slowly get made. Machine broke. What did he mean by this? Look at those beak serrations. Nice. The original Let Me Smash bird is a bowerbird. Smash machine broke. No run. Smash machine broke. So normally I'd put the reference on the other screen, but the other screen's holding the chat, so I'll just put it right here. At work I got two 1080p monitors, but here I have a little like satellite monitor because that's just what they have for cheap at Salvation Army. And also I really have the room to put two full-size monitors there. Buddy at work's freaking crazy. He's got three 1920 by 1080 monitors. Oh yeah, Shoebills. You're a big Shoebill fan. Definitely a cool bird though. calipers for expertly schnibbity-schnabbing insects. If you see a blue-crowned Motmot in real life, they're like fluorescent, their crown. It blows out this sensor on the camera. It's like neon blue. Probably has like some kind of retroflective structure. Whoops. Still a fedora. Alright, dude. Well, thanks for joining. We'll catch up with you next time. Yeah, I need to be asleep 30 minutes ago every night, basically, so I know your pain. Got plenty of rest. Absolutely. See you around. Anybody left in there? Yeah, we still got a few. Evidently, a little earlier on a Sunday might be better. Hello. You just joined the channel? Or on the stream? Drawing a blue-crowned Motmot wearing a Panama hat, and I'm doing pretty well. It's the first stream I've done, so it's kind of a learning experience, but been pretty fun so far. How is your evening going? Filling in dark areas, nice and tedious. So, what the heck's going on in TF2 these days? Because it's been a long time since I've played it, and all I hear is, oh, thank you for the sub. All I hear regarding TF2, like for the game itself, is everybody's crafting stuff and lots of hats. But I see the comics from time to time. Looks like they really expanded on the universe a lot more than when I was playing. And they really started doing a lot more with the Meet the Team videos. They're very simple when they started. Still pretty funny, but they really went all out later. Made it straight up original 3D animation, just kind of simple machinima stuff. 19 kill streak. What class were you playing when you got that? finally took you out. Yeah, I'll check that out a little later. I don't want to try to do too much at the moment. My system probably can't handle it. Certainly my bandwidth, even if the system handles it, the bandwidth won't. Like I mentioned earlier, I think I'll try to figure out what the optimal settings are. Is the stream quality good? Like, is it laggy, or is it just goes out every now and then? So I don't know if I can help that, but if it's laggy or anything, I can try to adjust the settings. This guy a little bit more realistic guy, not animated. This is something that I'm doing in line that probably would be better represented by color. And that's something I definitely need to practice on. I don't really paint a lot of anything. When I color stuff, it's flats and cell shading. Maybe I'll try painting stuff someday. But for now, this guy is going to be fine. Even all those smooth gradients, let's see what they represent in line. I like doing a little shaggy stuff though. Fine. If you zoom in on enough, their feathers are very fine. So it's actually sort of accurate. Motmots look real silly when they're walking on the ground. Short legs, little feet, and this really, really big tail. And if you watch the other video of my drawing stuff, I tend to jump around and fix stuff. Hey, welcome back. Kind of flow from one end to the other drawing, but then I'll jump back and fix stuff as it strikes me. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I've been so wrapped up in drawing my comic that stuff related to it. I don't draw other things. I feel like I used to do that more a long time ago. But then I just became really obsessed with the Avania story. So it's sort of nice to take a break to something else. Even if I like going hard on my main project and making sure everything contributes to that. It's good for flexibility and not getting burnt out to do other stuff once in a while. It's probably more interesting for people watching looking at my art to get some different stuff every now and then. I'm not doing a super clean job here, but cleaned it up a little bit. This is going to be a little rougher just because there's so much detail in here. Kind of like the looser stuff. Something I mentioned in the other video, if you do a really loose sketch, it can be nice for gesture, but you gotta tighten up the details. Either do like a second sketch almost. But if the looser your sketch, the more time you're gonna take inking it or doing another layer of refinement. I mean, at least assuming your finished product is supposed to be very clean. The finished product's looser, you're going to define most of your stuff in color rather than line anyway. It doesn't matter so much, I guess. But I like lines, so I usually try to clean it up. Especially when you have a character with specific details that need to stay consistent. Stuff like hair or feathers, not too bad because you can sort of wing it. Just wing it every time. And as long as you know what the basic idea is, it's probably not going to offend anybody that each feather might not necessarily be identical from panel to panel, say you're drawing. But if you have crap on a uniform or specific facial features of a character, you're really going to pay attention to make sure they stay consistent from time to time for storytelling and just logical consistency. course, I also haven't heavily studied exactly how wings go together, so this may not be most scientifically accurate composition of feathers. Like, all that crap was really specifically layered. So if I studied a wing, I could make it more accurate. I'm not super concerned about having it be completely perfect, just relatively realistic. Put some color on after I'm done with this, so. A lot of the Costa Rican birds have very nice gradients in their color scheme. Or yeah, Motmots have a combination of nice, boldly defined patterns and also these pretty color gradients. See if anybody else stops by the stream. Looks like a few of the starters had head to bed because they're doing the work. It's about 10:40 right now, so we got time enough to finish the game, and then yeah, let's throw some color. Call it a night. This was pretty ad hoc, and got a bunch of people to start with, so call it a success. I like drawing big single feathers. The texture's familiar. I'm talking something like that. I think I was right. And draw all the little individual feather filaments, whatever they call it. Lined up on the quill. Definitely way to smash. Yeah, your tail rack out, is that big? And he ain't even a turquoise browed Motmot. They have the biggest tail rackets by species. But I think the blue one is nicer. I didn't think there was a large amount of bird shitposting type stuff until I found Dumb Bird's Field Guide on Tumblr. It's exactly my kind of humor. Take something as stodgy and boring as birding and then combine it with really crude here. It's perfect. So, probably be like classical music and fart jokes and sort of mash up. Oh my god, I have not saved this. Probably do that. Panama. Yeah, usually I save like before I even start stuff, but I was preoccupied with the stream. Always save. It can save your life. Especially on something more important than this, we really don't want to forget to save and then have power go out, computer crash. Photoshop's fairly reliable though in my experience, but I actually had something happen the other day. Flash, I use Flash at work. We're doing a lot of cartoons, and I have a file with a whole bunch of stuff in it, and Flash really starts to freak out if you have too much memory used, and I've got like a 32 gigs of RAM system, so it really shouldn't have any memory issues, but I think it's just the file itself gets too much stuff in it, or you have like After Effects open and it monopolizes all the RAM. Flash starts to feel shortchanged, and it gets really erratic and unresponsive when that happens. And I was trying to save so I could just shut Flash down and restart everything, hopefully clear up the memory situation, and then Flash just really stopped responding, and I'm like, ah, screw it, and I just restarted it. Well, like force ended the process and restarted it, and it did not finish saving and left me with a corrupted file, so I had to roll back the file, and I lost, well, sort of, I lost the source file for a couple of days of updates to that main file, but fortunately I'd already exported pretty much anything new that I'd made. I was able to re-import it to Swift, but definitely a lesson learned. Don't let your big library file for little pieces of art get too big, because it freaks out. And also, just make sure you save and have different save files. Flash doesn't have an auto back, at least I don't think it does. And I was just repeatedly saving over one main file, and that was the problem. When it went to save, it didn't finish it, and it overwrote the file sufficiently to make it unusable. It didn't actually save much data. But if you have a couple of things with different names, you can avoid that. Or at least have a more recent backup. That's why I like 3 max auto backs. They have like 3 different ones. So if one gets corrupted, the others should be usable. There. There's a wing. Depends if I tell you. Oh yeah, don't forget the dot. Motmots have this little dot. It's like 2 feather. It's a little dot on the chest. Maybe I'll do his face right all in black, since it's actually black. I could try to do more analog style inking, as in filling in the blacks with black ink, not doing it on a separate color layer. Make it a little more like traditional inking style rather than digital coloring, like digital fluttering. Makes it a little more organic this way. It gets a little tedious. I'm leaving the line thin rather than getting a big thin brush though, because I like the texture. When you view their head from above, it's like a horseshoe. Kind of a halo. Yeah, that's pretty cool. looks like he needs to do a little bill wiping. He's got some junk on his beak. Bill wiping's sort of a funny habit. It's to clear food off of a bird's beak, but it can develop into a nervous habit. They just do it as a form of stress relief. So if you ever watch a bird for a while, sometimes you'll see them wipe their bill on a tree branch, and then like 2 seconds later they'll just do it again. It becomes a nervous tick, not just a useful method of cleaning their beak up. Let's give me a little feed. Let me pull up a reference here, actually. Motmots have a specific foot pattern. Alright, I think I'm thinking of the Quetzal, actually. Like Trogons and Quetzal, which are a Trogon, have a specific type of toe arrangement that's unique to them. I forget what the hell Motmot's feet look like. 3 in front. Through my pictures, if I have one of them perching, so I can see their feet a little better. suitcase and put some color on. Don't ask how it carries a suitcase. I guess he has to pick it up in this beak. How we doing out there, guys? It's like the old Max's logo. Texture here and throw on some color. You're doing a lot of line and stuff. I like to throw on a little bit of either hatching or just little tick marks just to show some wear. Fill out the space and help show the curvature of the surface, especially if you're not doing a lot of color. You gotta use those little marks to help indicate what's what. Well, you don't have to, but you can. That's the purpose they serve. Hello, welcome to the channel. How are you doing tonight? I'm saying channel, I mean to say stream. Either one. I'm just finishing up the inking of this blue crown Motmot with a Panama hat. That's what I set out to draw. I'm doing well tonight. Thank you. Just wanted to, it's the first stream I've done, so I wanted to kind of experiment with that, just see how that worked. And I had a few people around earlier, but unfortunately they had to get up early for work tomorrow, so maybe next time I'll start the stream a little earlier. Stick around for longer, but it's been a good first stream so far, I think. I wanted to draw this picture for a while. Did you come here from Tumblr or from DeviantArt? Oh, thanks. Glad you like it. I would definitely like to do this more often. I've kept a lot of my drawing to myself in the past few years, especially because I've been working on a comic that I will publish next year, but in the meantime I'm sitting on a large backlog so I can actually post it with some regularity once I do. Nice. Direct from YouTube. Well, anyway, I think I will be doing more of this, whether it's a stream or just speed paints or something. I'm going to try to record it. Maybe Sunday night streams will be a thing. And if you have any feedback, suggestions for stuff to draw, or comments on stuff that I'm already drawing, definitely happy to hear it. Let's get some color. No lady. So I think at least initially I'll just flat them out. And then do a little bit more soft coloring because Motmots have such gradients. That'll look good that way. Oh, it's a request. Yeah, I can draw people, I just don't do so a lot. Probably the only one I've done real recently is, if you saw that, Zelda and Sheik illustration I did. That was probably the last, or most recent thing I've drawn people. I don't do it often, but I did a lot of figure drawing while I was in school, so allegedly I can draw humans. But human or not, what is your request? That picture's on my Tumblr and my DeviantArt, by the way. I wish I recorded that. That would have been a good thing to record, but if I do something else along those lines, I'll try to record it. is kind of a rough ink, and I'm doing kind of a rough flat color with this. If the ink was a little more precise, I'd be using a hard-edged brush, I think. But it's kind of loose, so I'll just keep it kind of loose. So you got some OCs to draw. Do you have a link? You can do a sketch link. Tumblr is Tristikov, or do Tristikov art. Here, actually, I'm supposed to. .tumblr.com. You can send me a an ask, or if you have a Tumblr, chat, whatever you want. Feel free to follow that if you have a Tumblr. Just let me know when you set it off. Oh, thank you. Looks like I got your message. Got it. Yeah, just a little. I'm pretty interested in birds. Like, since I was a little kid, I always liked drawing birds. Both realistic birds and cartoon birds. share whatever you want if you're comfortable with sharing it on the channel. Oh, on the stream chat. Too green. Go back a little. I used to have a budget guard too, actually. That's nice, though. Yeah, all things come to an end eventually, though. Passed away too. Boxed him up with his favorite little bell toy and buried him out in the garden. It's never easy. Small and kind of short-lived, at least in comparison to larger birds. Parakeets still exhibit a lot of personality. Yeah, it's understandable. I haven't had a bird since then. Debated getting another one, but there are a lot of responsibility. I just decided I wouldn't be able to devote enough time to a bird to keep one again. because I'm out of the house too much. So I just appreciate them drying, and when I go out birding either here or going to Costa Rica, see them in the wild. Yeah, I believe you. It's always a shame when it's their time to go, even if you put all your energy into giving them a good life. I had some kind of respiratory ailment, and I finally caught up with them. Yeah, you see the ideas and everything. This thing's like a friggin' non-stop gradient here. Left bill's a little more yellow. Kill my processor trying to calculate all of this smudging. Yeah, I don't know what this Motmot is doing. I thought he's just waiting for the bus somewhere. Definitely could be a business Motmot. So if this Motmot's going home, he's going home to a riverbank. Motmot's nest on like clay riverbanks. They burrow into a hole that they excavate inside of the riverbank. They're sort of funny because they're an arboreal bird. And they have this big long tail, but they live in a little muddy hollow. aside for the next stream. Yes, I do art for a living. It's not this art, but I do commercial art at the company. And I use like similar skill set, just the subject is totally different. I'd like to do just this kind of stuff for a living, but what I'll probably end up doing is retiring. Yeah, I do animation too. Usually in Flash. Not dissimilar from TF2 Kids on YouTube there, as far as how I do it. But again, just totally different content. Do animation stuff as much, well, not much at all now because it's very time consuming. Since I've been working on the comic, that's most of my time, and that's already a time consuming process in and of itself. So I'd like to do some animation, but it just takes a long time to do it. But I'll probably try to do some related to the comic once I'm ready to publish that. Try drawing them just a second. Are you animating in Flash or completely traditional stuff? Or what are you planning on using? Flash on. It's Adobe Animate now. I haven't even used Adobe Animate. I haven't downloaded it at work because I have a Creative Cloud license, but I use Flash 5.5 for most things. Hello there, welcome to the stream. A little too loud. Is the music coming through the microphone, or is it just going directly into the stream recording? How about now? Is that better? I just have a mic on the desk. I'm not using a headset or anything. I can adjust the levels actually too, I think. Oh yeah, it is doing the desktop audio, huh? How's that? Well, I learn something new every day. It's my first time streaming, by the way. I haven't used this software before. I'm using OBS. So that's all new to me. It's kind of impromptu stream we threw together. I was going to record something, and then so I just asked folks if they wanted to see a stream, and a bunch of them did, but a bunch of them had to go to bed too, so it's you guys now. Well, this is kind of neat. I'd definitely like to do some more of this. Kind of lazy with shading here, so just throw that color overlay to make it a little less boring. A Motmot. Alright, so beat animation. Beatamation. Let's pull up your ref here. Haley? Haley? Am I saying that right? Or is it Hallie? I'm just confused because I have a niece named Hallie, but is it Haley? Oh, oh, Beatamation. Yeah, I thought it was that, and I looked at it and like, nope. It's hard to get the pronunciation across right in text because it's something that you can sort of spell differently. If you spell it phonetically, I will be more confident in saying it. Hallie. This is gonna be like construction line city here. So fortunately I do draw human type figures quite a bit, just human faces I don't draw as often. But let's do a quick sketch here. So if you're animating in Flash, you probably want to keep things fairly simple, but you don't have those constraints necessarily when you're doing a static sketch in Photoshop. But designing for animation is definitely a set of principles unto itself. just because we want it to be efficient and clean most of the time, even if you're using what do you call it, like a puppet type animation flash, or you're using symbols, even if you're doing frame by frame animation of those symbols. A solid color in Flash? What is it you're having trouble with? Well, Flash is vector based. So everything that you want to fill needs to be completely watertight. Like, if you want to fill this circle, that won't work. It has to be completely closed up, and because it has to be, well, you can adjust the sensitivity in Flash over on the tool menu. You can choose how big of a gap it will fill. But if it's set to no gaps, even if there's like a single pixel loose, you won't be able to fill. It'll just, and in Flash it won't even go everywhere like that. You know, Flash needs to have a closed off area in order to use the fill tool on. I could do a tutorial on Flash at some point if you'd like, or if anyone else is interested, because I have used it a lot, and I still use it a lot. Oops, what am I doing? Yeah, like I could do another stream sometime and draw stuff in Flash. Give you some ideas or some tips if you have questions specifically about doing things in Flash. How to do stuff in Flash. People zoomed in a little too much there. Fix those proportions. Favorite thing about digital art, real easy to fix that. You don't have to redraw it. You don't have to get a paper all messy erasing stuff. That leg though. Is this like a sort of supernatural story? Should you fight monsters? She does look a little wild here. Has a mouth and she must scream, but she can. That's definitely a nice scary premise. I think this is really fighting night terror music here. Hold on. What else we got? If you die in your dreams, you die in real life. Oh, she has to wake up before morning. Or dies in her sleep. How does she get the knife? In her dream. Conveniently placed there. By who? Who? Well, let me know how it goes. be in the audience waiting to find out. I know he knows the accent, mate. Probably horribly. And I don't know what a girl would sound like either. Might lapse into terrible British also. Right, trapped in a dream. Yeah, not especially. Maybe if I listen to a good example for a while, I could do a better imitation. Yes, if you're in... Oh, well, you're in animation, so you'd have some voice acting too, probably, but slang is a really good way to add localization without going over the top on the accent. Like if you just use the dialect that's appropriate for the character, that can add a lot. You don't necessarily need to have a really over-the-top accent. Or, I mean, not over-the-top, but like it'll probably make it easier to get the accent. You don't have to rely on stressing that as much because the dialect will help describe where the character is from. Getting projects. Animations are tough because you really do need a lot of different resources, and getting all of them together on low to no budget is a challenge. And a lot of well-animated projects in school, and yeah, when you have to add voice acting and music and sound effects into just all the work that making the animation itself is. It adds up to be a lot. Refresh my memory, it was Ed Gould. I should probably know this. Yeah, I can throw this up on DA. Probably just leave it off as a sketch because it's getting kind of late here and I gotta get to bed soon. But I'll save this out and put that up there so you can find it. You have an account there, I can just say whose character it's from. Yeah, it's Tristikov. Tristikov.deviantart.com. Forgetting I have a chat in here. Yeah, of course. Oops. Yeah, I'll save that out when I'm done, put it up there so you can save that out for yourself too. Yeah, I'm on DA. I'm watching you. Watching you from the shadows. I see everything you post. I don't know, maybe they wanted to keep it in line with the deviant aspect. Yeah, it's kind of momentum keeping me going on DeviantArt. I started that like 13 years ago. It was just a place to post stuff, and it still serves that function, but I think I'm most interested in Tumblr now. So much better, am I right, guys? Nah, DeviantArt was, well, maybe like badly drawn elf nudes or something. DeviantArt was, I don't know, maybe it was better in the past. I always thought it was like, kinda, eh. Yeah, it's just because there's so many people on there. There's just a lot of bad OCs and bad fan art, and I shouldn't say bad, just there's just a lot of artists on there that either are just starting out or just need more practice. There's some really high-level artists on there too, but DeviantArt's mostly known, I think, for its volume of art rather than especially great quality. But that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Just makes it hard to find stuff sometimes. Oh, well, thanks. I appreciate the sentiment. Yeah, you just keep working on it. I've been on DeviantArt like 13 years, and I think my old stuff is definitely not that great. Let's just say that. And, you know, you keep practicing, keep learning, and you look back and you're like, wow, I improved a lot. So don't ever worry about comparing yourself to other people, because there's always somebody that's been doing it longer or does stuff better. You just keep working on your skills. Oh, you just got a tablet? Oh. Keep drawing traditionally too. I sketch all the time, like ballpoint pen and paper, but it takes a while to get skilled with a tablet, so keep practicing both things. Alright, I'm going to save this out in just a sec, so I'll post that for you, and I'm going to close out the stream in a minute because I got to get to bed. Alright, well, thanks everybody for sticking around through the stream, and I'll post a message next time I'm going to do one. So I'll see you all then.